America is called accepting. What else? Overthinking. Can we have? Okay.
So one of the best means for obsession, OCD.
Yeah, but that's a diagnosis.
Monomania, you can say.
Symptom. What is the symptom?
Monomania.
So very selfish also.
Okay. What else? What else? So all of these are basically what are called rubrics from the repertoire. Okay? I'm going to share with you one material which you can read first. I want you to go onto this website, homeoint.org. Okay? Go to that page and open this book called Boarding Hostel. खुलिए ओके आप सबका जब खुल जाए मुझे बताना है आपका खुल गया
इंटरनेट उसमें
अच्छा ठीक है
मैं देखूंगा
खुल गया आप इसका एक स्क्रीनशॉट डाल दो मैं अभी को स्टडी सर्वर वाले ग्रुप पे डाल रहे हैं सबसे ऊपर है सबसे आ गया सर ग्रुप पे डाल दिया एक स्क्रीनशॉट ठीक है so now let's read what Boarding Hostel writes under the section of mind for Arsenic album. Have you all got it? Yeah? पीछे आ गया? आ गया?
ग्रुप पे अभी डाल दिया
Super. So the first symptom he writes anxiety, restlessness, and cold feeling from vexation. Okay? That's the first symptom. Inclined to hang himself. Inclined to hang himself. Derangement, mental weakness, and satiety of life in drunkards. So, जो सर बता रहे थे dipsomania, that is a symptom for dipsomania. Anxiety at night, which allows him no rest. Now remember, these are symptoms. What we remember is rubrics. Okay? Anxiety and despair, often mounting to madness during pain. So that's what you'll find in keynotes to material mentioned as maddening pain. So what really happens in that maddening pain? There is too much of anxiety and restlessness. Attacks of great fear of being alone, of death, of thieves and ghosts. Mad, brutal obstinacy. Please remember the usage of 3 words together, and the adjectives of obstinacy: mad and brutal. What is brutal? Which can use violent force, which can be vehement, that kind of obstinacy. Takes everything in bad part. Inclination to talk about faults of others. Okay? Inclination to talk about faults of others. What does it mean? What does it mean? दूसरे में कमी पे कमी निकालना और उसको बोल के बार बार एक्सप्रेस करना, और खाली उसी से नहीं, सबसे उसमें ये कमी है, उसमें ये कमी है, उसमें ये कमी है, उसमें ये कमी. That. So when we convert it into a rubric like censorious, so it limits our understanding and usage of the pure symptom. And next क्या लिखता है? Love of scandal. Love of scandal. Scandal. Okay? Malice. जो सर मैम ने बताया था. Their capricious disposition. Okay? They can be very fickle. Very fickle. And crying and whining of children. Okay? Crying and whining of children. Okay? A few symptoms of mind that we've read. Now, open on the same website, Clark, Materia Medica, Arsenic album, section on mind. वरना पहले खोलो उसका फोटो खींच करके ग्रुप में डाल देना, so that people can then refer to that.
Mind section.
Okay? अभी there? आपने ग्रुप पे डाल दिया? सबका प्रोजेक्ट में बताना. ठीक है? ठीक है? Excellent.
Clark.
बनो?
डाल दी तू. खोल दी.
Okay?
मेरा मैं मेरा
Okay?
ये तो सॉफ्ट करूँ.
Melancholy, sometimes of a religious character, sadness, care, chagrin, cries and complaints. Anguish driving one out of bed at night and from one place to another in the daytime. Now what happens is, with that restlessness, Arsenicum will get out of the bed and he will not be able to rest. But what does he experience with that? Profound sense of weakness. So with Arsenicum, as long as they're in bed, they're restless, they will not feel that way. They get up to walk around and that's when they feel an overpowering weakness. What we call prostration out of proportion. Okay? Restlessness, great fear of being left alone, anger with anxiety, restlessness, and a sensation of coldness. Anxiety, restlessness, and excessive anguish, which allows no rest, principally in the evening in bed or in the morning on waking, and often with trembling, cold sweat, oppression of the chest, difficulty of breathing, and
Fainting fits.
anxiety of conscience as if a crime had been committed. Inconsolable anguish with complaints and lamentation. Remember, Arsenicum will never quieten down. he will always express. Hypochondriacal humor with restlessness and anxiety, fear of solitude, of spectres and of robbers with desire to hide oneself. Indecision and changeable humor which demands this at one time, that at another, and rejects everything after having obtained it. This is what was written in Bodhisattva as capricious disposition. Okay? Despair. He finds no rest, especially at night, with anguish. Despondency, despair, weariness of life, inclination to suicide, or excessive fear of death, which is sometimes believed to be very near. So what happens is, arsenicum will also, like aconite, have that feeling as if death is very near. Okay? Now, what happens is, aconite has that overwhelming fear because my death is near. They say he may also predict the day and time of death. With arsenicum, they feel death is very near, so they believe that there is no point in making any effort. No point in taking medicines, no point in going to doctor. What's the purpose of giving medicine? I'm anyway about to die. That is arsenic. Too great sensibility and scrupulousness of conscience with gloomy ideas, as if one had offended all the world. Ill humor, impatience, vexation, inclined to be angry, repugnance to conversation, inclination to criticize, and great susceptibility. Caustic and jesting spirit. Caustic means हमेशा sarcastic रहता है, हमेशा critical रहता है, उसके comments acidic होते हैं, something which will hurt other people. And jesting, या वो मजाक उड़ाएगा. Okay?
The sentence is too great sensibility and scrupulousness of conscience. What actually is the meaning?
उनका conscience बहुत ज़्यादा sensitive होता है, over sensitive conscience. Extreme sensibility of all the organs, all noise, conversation, and clear lights are insupportable. Then it comes to another phase where there is great apathy and indifference, great weakness of memory, stupidity and dullness, delirium with great flow of ideas, loss of consciousness and of sensation, dotage, maniacal actions and frenzy, madness, loss of mind, parenthesis from the abuse of alcoholic drinks. Okay, interesting symptoms. A lot more than this. A lot more than this. Okay. If you can just go back to Bodhisattva and open Arsenicum once more, please. And just go towards the end. Towards the end of arsenicum. What is the acute of arsenicum? Acute of arsenicum is pulsatilla. Okay? And Complementary is
Phosphorus, allium sulfate.
complementary is okay. So what is interesting is what is the acute of arsenica? Pulsatilla. And complementary is okay. So in the next class you're going to tell me how these two happen. I want you to think about it. Okay? I have to rush today, I have to go back, there's a family commitment. But this is just what I wanted to share with you on arsenic.